and welcome. Glad you're with me. Somebody knocks at home on your door, maybe don't answer. It might be a financial advisor, believe it or not. You know, this is going to be a little bit of a rant, but bear with me. These unsolicited visitors to your home, they come, they knock, they might be selling vacuum cleaners, steaks out of the back of their car, they might be selling all manner of different goods, magazines, kitchen knives, all kinds of things. Now you can add financial advisors to the list. What? What you say? What are you talking about, David? Well, believe it or not, there are some financial advisors now that are actually out canvassing the neighborhood. They may be in your neighborhood next, and they are knocking on doors, and they say that they are out doing this to introduce themselves to the community. They're doing you a favor by showing up at your door uninvited to let you know about them and how they might be able to help you. Are you kidding me? Maybe I'm a little old school, and again, this is the rant part, so forgive me, but you know, it used to be that people would call you on the phone or send you something in the mail, maybe invite you to a presentation, but now they just show up at your door and expect you to talk to them. I think it's a little bit absurd. In fact, I think it's a lot absurd. Do you ever hear of a doctor or an attorney doing something like that? So why would a professional advisor? So it really got me scratching my head when I heard about this happening. And then I got to thinking, well, what about the safety issues here? And that's actually my bigger concern. I really don't care how other advisors market their services. I even heard the other day of an advisor that that's probably a generous word, advisor, salesperson, was in a grocery store handing out their business card in the produce section. I mean, hey, can I weigh your grocery? Let me weigh your apples for you. And hey, by the way, here's my business card. Really? Okay, so anyway, told you it was a rant. So let me get back to the point. My real point is a serious point. I'm concerned about your safety. I'm concerned about anyone answering a door for anybody that they're not expecting. So I don't care if they show up to your door and you peek through the slits in your window, the window shade, you peer through and you see somebody standing out there, well-shaven, clean-cut, suit, tie, the works, maybe even holding a Bible. Don't answer the door. If I were going to I try to imagine being a crook. That's what you would want to wear. And how much do you tell somebody about yourself by answering the door? Well, I would argue a lot. You go to the door, you are letting them know, and I've got kind of a couple things in my mind. Now, I don't have law enforcement training, but think about this. You go to the door, you're going to give them a general sense of your overall physical stature, your health, you're a strong person or not. Are you alone? Do they hear other people in the background? What time of day is it? Are you home at certain times? Are you married? Do you have on jewelry giving them an indication of both your marital status or whether you're in a relationship? And also maybe some indication of wealth or assets. You know, if you answer the door and you've got a nice big ring or a watch that indicates something, these are just a couple of things that I would think that you would be telling somebody. Now, that's just me. What about somebody who has maybe a past of having criminal activity, maybe a little bit of training, or they're tuned into this kind of behavior? So don't ever answer the door. If somebody has a legitimate business reason to see you or communicate with you, they can write you a letter, they can call you on the phone. If you're on the do not call list, too bad. Okay, now if you've dealt with somebody in the past, they can call you even if you're on the do not call list. So there are procedures to contact you. My kids know that if somebody shows up outside the yard, they run inside the house. Doesn't matter. So I'm not suggesting you have to go that far, but you need to be careful because you just don't know who it is or what they may be up to. Now let me talk about another subject that's kind of related. And this is maybe unfair, but I still think it's something important. Let's say you've gone to a financial seminar. You got invited, you got the invitation in the mail, nice restaurant, maybe a topic you're interested in, or maybe you just want to go. You attend and the advisor, financial person, offers to come to your home as a convenience for you. They don't have an office or maybe whatever the case may be. Are you going to let them in your home? You've just met them. Do you know them? Well, they seem like a reputable person. Maybe they are with a company. Does the company have a local address? Some advisors, some financial people might be working with an insurance company or an out-of-state firm, and there is no local company address. So you're really trusting somebody you just met to come into your home. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you want to meet with them and they don't have an office, which is, in my mind, that would be a question mark. Again, back to the doctor or attorney analogy or comparison. Every doctor that I know has an office that you go to meet with them for their services. Same with an attorney. But if you want to meet with somebody who is going to not have an office and is going to meet with you in your home, alternatively, maybe you meet with them in a neutral place like a restaurant or maybe a library or somewhere like that. You just can't be too careful. Now, I'm not suggesting that somebody that does a financial seminar and offers to come to your home is a crook. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in the world we live in, you need to eliminate risks to your person and property. And it may also simply be that you put yourself in a position where the person's in your home and it's more difficult to ask somebody to leave than it is for you just to get up and leave. Right? I mean, they have to leave if they're in your home. If you're in a restaurant or you're in their office and you're not happy or you're uncomfortable for any reason, you can just get up and walk out. Now, let me give you an example. A few years back, I was at a conference for an insurance company. I go and do my due diligence when I work with insurance companies. And I'd been invited to this conference, and I was sitting next to a guy. I think it was like a round table lunch where you sit with other people. And get this, he was bragging to me about the bullying techniques he used when he would go into a senior's home. He was there to sell them a financial product, and he was telling me, I don't know, I guess I sounded like I wanted to hear what he was saying. I really didn't, but he was sharing with me these techniques he used to get the person to go ahead and do business with him, and they seemed to me to be rather aggressive. And I was like, this is very uncomfortable. And I found a way to leave the table and not sit there any longer. But my point is, don't put yourself in that position. You don't need to be there because it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, and you just don't want to find yourself in that kind of circumstance. Now, if you're looking for advice, you can go to the neutral location if you're met with somebody who doesn't have an office. You can also go to the Yellow Pages. Do a little old school research, go to the Yellow Pages. If you're on the internet, yp.com. You can go to the Better Business Bureau online, bbb.org. You can go to the cfp.net for a certified financial planner. You can just do searches of various reputable websites, do an internet search, keep an eye out in the newspaper. There are lots of places you can go to where you don't open yourself up to being put in an awkward or uncomfortable position. And just to come full circle, you know, one of the things about our American culture is being polite is strongly encouraged and looked on very favorably. But being polite, opening the door for somebody, you could be opening the door up for a problem for yourself. Even if that problem doesn't present itself today, it might down the road. I don't open the door. I might peer through the window to see it is, but I'm not opening the door. You shouldn't either. Now, this is not a hard financial topic I've shared with you today, but if you are as concerned as I am about your financial safety, this kind of preparation and caution will help you plan your future stronger.